Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator, where we are currently fighting Armenia here, and we just lost a battle up over this direction, but it does not matter. What we really need to do is get Armenia willing to piece this out, and what we want is everything out over this direction in their Greek holdings. So it would be something like this. If we could take this up here, that would be amazing, but I don't know if we could. This would be 99. I don't know if we even want that, though, to be honest with you. Because that's going to put us bordering the Roman Empire and Dacia, although the Roman Empire is not all that strong. Maybe we don't care. It's possible that we don't care. Why is this 102 when last time this was 99? Hang on. That's 20. 84 and 99. Yeah, okay. So this would be fine. We could do this. They have 35 reasons to not accept it at this time. So these guys are on their way down over here. That seems fine. And we've got these lads on their way southward over here. Now they are working on replenishing, and we just won this siege. So that's perfect. We're gonna head right on in over here, eliminate this unit. That should stack wipe. Wonderful. There we go. And it didn't actually quite stack wipe, but they've got some forces around over here. Let's head over this direction. If Heptanomus joins us, this is pretty free. As it is, they're pretty low on morale, so I think we can handle that. Yeah, that looks fine. So that is absolutely wonderful there. Up over this direction, I would like to come in here and eliminate at least one of these forces. I'd like to try to pick some of those off. So we just won there, and we need to come down over this way, right? So we need to take this fort, is the idea. So we're going to do that, and now the question is, what are their reasons? They have 25 reasons to not accept this. Okay, so they've got forces on the way in. These guys are going to be able to get here. We're probably going to have to retreat from here, and that's fine, I think. Let's retreat down over this direction. So we're just getting out of this area, and we're going to head down here. That's fine. So these guys are heading in here. Looks perfect. And yeah, we're sieging there. Excellent. So that is absolutely ideal. The major question now is, how many reasons do they have to do this? 24 still. So months at war are 19 of those. They still hold their capital. That's an additional 5. That's 24 right there. Okay. So that sounds good. We're going to let these guys continue to replenish a little bit while they're on the retreat. We're going to take over this location. So that seems wonderful. And yeah, they're going to cap back some of this up over here, but I don't actually care about that. We can get 3 more ticking war score. That's not a lot, but it's certainly something. So that sounds good. And we're just retreating to this settlement for right now. I'd love to get these 2 forts sieged. That would be really, really good for us. They're pursuing us kind of down this direction. I think they're probably trying to run after this force here. This guy's disloyal. Oh, right. Okay, we're going to need to bribe this guy, and that'll be fine. So at this point, now he's loyal, and we're going to move him out over here. I'm going to keep these armies fairly together for right now. Okay, so they're working on capping up over here. That's okay. I don't really mind that all that much. They're working on this siege. That's irrelevant. At this point, they've only got 12 reasons to not accept this. So that seems really, really good. This fort is going to be capped soon, as is this one. Okay, so this is now capped. I'm wondering what's in this state. Not a lot is the answer. Okay, so we would need to come down over this direction right now. Looks good. So they're going to be capping back over this direction. That's okay. I don't mind that. We're going to be finishing up this siege shortly. And they were thinking about coming in and attacking us here. Okay, this army is in a bad position. I'm going to force march them down this direction. And then these guys are going to be force marched down here as well to back them up. Okay. So now we're getting into a good position here. These are going to head up over this direction to make sure that we take out some of these forces out over here, right? That would be the idea there. But this is where the real danger is right now. So they're looking at bringing this in over here. I want to unforce march both of these before this month tick happens, because that's going to be an important thing. Okay, so the month tick happens. We get the morale buff here. That looks great. And they're now going to try to come in here, hilariously. Yeah, these guys, they stopped. That was interesting. I was really hoping that this siege would end there. That's unfortunate that it did not. That certainly would have been ideal if it had ended there. And then we could have used these guys to reinforce up this way. But for the moment, this army not moving in is hurting them significantly. They would have won this. They're still probably going to win it. Maybe. We won this battle here, which was expected. I want to check in on what our status is here. 12 reasons. Okay. Last major battle, -10. Noted. So this is really close over here, right? Really, really close. Our lack of being able to deal with their cavalry is a problem. I keep hoping that this ends, and it's just not. So we're going to have to retreat from here again, which is unfortunate. We're just going to group our armies together here. The plan was for this siege to end and to reinforce with those. Unfortunately, that just didn't happen, and that's understood. So we're going to continue to fight out over this direction. We're going to win those battles. They've taken back a fair amount of territory out over here, but that's all completely understood. So we're going to head in over this direction. There we go. We're now at 100% with all of these forces. So this is going to happen on 4 April. This is going to be in 10 days. That's going to be really close. Okay. So we're victorious out over this direction. Looks good. What's their reasoning now? They have 11 reasons, and 10 of those are last major battle. Okay. We got it. That is perfect timing. We are now the defenders here, rather than the attackers. Unfortunately, our morale is still quite low here. So we won this battle out over here, and I'd like to get these guys eliminated. But this force over here is dwindling in size. There's no doubt about that. I don't think this is winnable at this point over this direction. So I'm thinking maybe we retreat back to Ruda over here like this. It's very unfortunate, but we managed to get the siege here, and that alone was huge. So we got the time that we needed for that. -15, last major battle, yeah. That's fully understood. And then these guys here, where are they even retreating to? Here? Oh, right here. Okay, that's going to stack wipe. Beautiful. So this force can now come out over this direction. We're at 54 at this point. So let's see what that's looking like. 10 reasons, and that's all just last major battle. So that's absolutely understood. We're going to be retreating out over to Ruta, and then I'd like to go take out this army, I feel like. We're letting our morale regenerate. I'm going to take this navy for now over to here. That'll be fine. Okay, these guys, they are working on regenerating their troops. That'll take them a little bit, but we're going to embark here. And we're going to sail on over to, like, here for right now. So these guys are in Ruta. I want to head down. We're not interested in heading down quickly. We want to let our morale regenerate here and let our troops regen a little bit, but we got there very fast. I was expecting that to take longer than that month tick, but oh well. So what do they got here? The answer is not a lot. Mostly archers. Okay. Well, our morale is quite low here, but let's see if we can win this battle. That would be ideal. There's also these guys up over here. So we retreated from that. That's very unfortunate. I was expecting this to take like a couple of days longer than it did to travel. So that's understood. That was very sad. No doubt about it. So we're at 50 right now, and hang on, they would accept this? Something's not right here. This changed significantly in how much it's valued. Probably because they're not contesting it. We can take all of this. Do we want anything more? Can we get away with taking this? We can. I'm just wondering what we can actually get away with here. Something reset here. Yeah, that's not ideal. Okay, so we can get away with quite a lot here then. That's beautiful. So that's all of this, right? And then we've got some territory out over here. This is 54. I think we would just do this. This is 41 aggressive expansion. Let's call that good. Cool. So that'll be good. I would have liked to take this, but we weren't really in a position to do that. So these guys are retreating back over to here. That looks fine. No problem here. And then this force can be brought back over this direction. We can bring them back to, like, here. Seems okay. So we need a new governor up over this direction. That'll be this guy. A new governor in Macedonia, which would be this guy. And we're going to need to build some roads in our new territory. So actually, I want these guys to come in over here. Okay. So now we're going to come over to Macedon, and we're going to cancel the military access there. Perfect. And the Macedonian revolt as well. So we'll get that going. Excellent. So we've got some prosperity here. We'll definitely take the gold. That's wonderful. And now the question is, are we actually improving opinion with them? We're not. This keeps canceling on us, and I'm not sure why. Let's continue to improve relations with them. Subjected to Casus Belli, of course, and we could give up claims, but for the moment I'm not very interested in that. I want to make Macedon into our vassal diplomatically, ideally. That would be a very good thing. I want to move one of these armies over to, like, here. I want to move one of these over to, like, here-ish. We can have it be stationed somewhere in this vicinity. And then this other one, it can stay up here. This is reasonably fine, although we're going to be interested in finding it a place to stand. Yeah, like here. So something like that should be fine. Beautiful. Now, I want to check in on what we've got going on this. So we're going to actually need to go into our subjects here. So, Olby. Olby's at 106. There's not much we can do about Olby. We've got Crete down here at 200. We can start integrating them. Let's do that. We've got Tunesis over here. They're at 200. Let's integrate them. So we can't integrate Olby just yet. And, of course, the reason for that is because of that recently declared war malice. 133. It's going to be a bit. So that is understood. That's going to take some time before we can get them integrating. And that's absolutely fine. So let's get these guys over here where we can start building some roads in this new territory. That'll be wonderful. And none of that is actually colonizable. Okay, noted. That's a lot of gold. There'll be no handouts. Okay. So we've got a few disloyal provinces here. And these guys are dropping in tyranny, or rather dropping in loyalty. So let's change them around. The rest of these are pretty much all gaining. We have no governor here. Now that's gaining in loyalty. Okay, that looks good. So that is fine. I want these guys to get to drilling. I want these two. And we can put in a commander here, or we could group this back together like this. And I don't think they're going to take attrition there. Let's find out. As soon as they arrive, 5.95%. So that is actually attrition-y. What have we got? I want them somewhere in this vicinity. 1.8. I mean, that's better. 0.17. That'll do. Okay, so that looks good. We're going to move down over that way. I do want to go through our armies here. So you're moving. You are supposed to be... Where's this fleet going? Up over here to Delphoi? Okay, yeah, that's fine. Just continue to sail for now. You should be drilling. Looks good. So that is absolutely wonderful. We are delighted to have Armenia over here under control. Now, we do have a border with China, so that is absolutely noted. They are the other big boy. They're at 19,253 pops. We are at... we need to go into here. Of ourselves. There we go. We're at 34,000 pops, so that shouldn't really be a problem, but we have a lot of work to do before we're really probably capable of fighting them. We've had some issues, no doubt about that. So we're going to build some roads down here. Yeah, that road is probably... There isn't a road here. So let's just do that for now. It's not the most efficient thing in the world. But we'll head on up over this way. I want to... Oh, that's in the Macedonian Revolt. Okay. So we'll just head up like this. This is uncolonized out over here. That's in the Macedonian Revolt. So then this would be something like that, and then come out over this direction, making a connection along a lot of these. Okay, so it would be something awkward, kind of like that. And then this would come down over here, connect in like so, and then make sure that there's a connection like this. There we go. And a connection down here should be necessary. A connection something like that. And then probably down here as well. And then make our way back over this direction. Make sure that all of this is connected up. Something along the lines of that. Okay, we'll let them go for a while. So that looks good. Unrivaled wealth, huh? We'll take some of that money. And we've got Parthia needing a governor out over here. This guy will do. Beautiful. So this army is taking a small amount of attrition here, but we likely don't care. It's 0.17. That's fine for now. Governor of Cappadocia Pontica just died, so let's put in a new governor here. We're negative here, so let's make this be harsh treatment. We're still a little negative, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay, so that looks good for the moment. Now we can start working on construction again, now that we've got like 20,000 gold. So let's immediately build a bunch of farming settlements so we can do something like this. There we go, in all of those new territories. No mines to be built, no hunting camps, no logging camps, so that all looks okay. Sure, this is fine. And then we can build slave estates. Eventually. There we go. Looks good. So now we're going to be looking at city buildings, and we've got Megara, which, I mean, we know where that is, but it's right down over here. So in terms of locations that we hold here, it's just Megara. Ooh, bountiful harvest. We are absolutely going to take the cash here. So that sounds good. This produces earthenware, so no major issues in terms of what we're going to make this be. It's pretty obvious. So that is great. Next up would be, and let's just move this on over to here, it would be Thespiae. Okay, right up over there. Looks excellent. So we would then put in, this produces wine, same argument here. Only one pop here? Wow. Okay. Well then. Well, let's get all of that going. That will be wonderful. Next up would be Doreen, which is right down over this way. Did we actually do the state that Thespiae is in? I don't know that we did. No, we did not. Okay, we should definitely do that. So we've got Delphoi over here. This produces wood, and it's currently set up as kind of a research city. I'm going to make it be a production city. Let's get rid of all of that. Arguably, that shrine could have stayed. But it would be something like this. Okay. That guy died, the governor of Persis. Understood. We now have the Davidites as a scorned family, so that is fine. This city here, I'm going to get rid of the forts, and we're just going to have this be a full-on production city. So something along the lines of that. Okay, the settlement here, it produces opium, so we'll do a slave estate. And then this is producing iron, and iron is great. So we're going to get rid of any of these that are not production related. I think we'll keep around the Great Temple. We have very little conversion here. So let's get all of that going. Beautiful. Followers of the Risen Lord. That's going to happen. And then we've got this, which is the Macedonian Revolt. But there's this territory here that looks good. This is fine. fine here. And then we can get rid of the fort here. There isn't a fort here. Why does this have a fort level if there isn't a fort? Well, that's weird. Is it maybe the holy site? Maybe. The Cadmea. Oh, okay. So that's just kind of free. Noted. So that's interesting. We can keep this tax office, get rid of the commercial district. The tavern can stay. The farmer's market is probably fine. We can get rid of the tax office stays. And it went away anyway. Okay, sure. The shrine is probably okay to stay as well. Let's get rid of the citizen districts, though, and let's put in mills here. Let's put in slave traders. Let's put in taverns. Let's put in forums and a freeman district. Okay, so that looks good. A small investment would be good. And what do we got here? Okay. Once again, these are pretty awkward buildings. We'll just keep those, and we'll do something like this. Okay, so that looks good for now. So we need new governors. That would be this guy and this guy. And we can also call down Esther, which we will definitely do. Okay, so Doreen is the next location, which is here. Wonderful. So this produces cloth at this moment. We can get rid of the foundry and the shipyard. And I want this to actually be a research location. So we're going to do a citizen district. We're going to do courts of law, no forums. We're going to do academies here, no tax office, and I think the aqueducts are fine. This is already a metropolis, though, so let's get rid of those for now. And then we can just spam out a bunch of libraries here, like that. Minister of Excellence, huh? Excellent. We'll take 10% national tax. That seems wonderful. This is a city here. I'm going to have this be a production city, and that will be fine. We've already got that partially set up here, so no problem there. There's a great temple here. There does not need to be one, so let's remove that for now and replace that with a freeman district. Okay, so here's a farming settlement, farming settlement, farming settlement, farming settlement. Those are all good. This is a farming settlement as well. This is already partially set up as a production city, so let's do something like that. No fort needed here. This can instead be a slave estate. Okay, otherwise that state looks good. Is this different? It is different. Okay. Yeah, that's fine though. Slave estate is no problem. So next up would be Zaram, which is right up over here. Okay, so we only control this one city here. That's fine. It's vegetables. Let's get some production going. There we go. So that'll be wonderful. The next location is Tapuria. So that is right up over here in this state. Not too much going on here already. We have a grand theater that we don't need because we're 99% Hebrew here. So let's get rid of that, and let's put in a foundry, let's put in mills, let's put in slave traders. We don't need this court of law. Get some taverns going here, a pair of forums, and that'll be good. Okay, we've got a city here. This should also be production. So let's do something like this. Get rid of the granary. The Freeman District can stick around. Get these slave traders, taverns, and a forum in there. Okay, so this is fine. This produces steppe horses, so no problem with a slave estate. Farming settlement is good. Slave estate is fine. Fine. This is okay. Farming settlement is good here. This is currently quasi set up as a research city. I'm going to mostly get rid of it. I shouldn't have gotten rid of that one, but we're going to put in mills. We're going to put in slave estates, or not slave estates, slave traders, taverns, a pair of forums, and a freeman district. Okay, what do we got here? Farming settlement is good. Slave estate is good. And this could be moved over to a logging camp. Cool. So that'll be fine for now. Okay, so we do need a new governor in Arabia. We'll put in this guy. And we've got some additional money that we need to spend. But before we do that, I want to check in real quick on how we're doing on these integrations. And the answer is we're progressing okay. It's looking reasonably fine. Our military has recovered, which is not surprising in the slightest. We could go to war in the next episode, and if we did, I would probably target like Garamantia down over this direction. That would be an interesting route to go for sure. We could fight these guys. I don't think we specifically have a reason to, but we definitely could. So that's something that we could do. And I still want to get Macedon's opinion of us way, 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 way up. So we're working on that. This is actually no longer improving opinion. We're at the maximum. So we're probably actually going to have to attack Macedon in that case. Yeah, I'm thinking we attack Macedon. So that would be fine. It is, however, time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to spend the rest of our money, and then we're probably going to look to attack and vassalize Macedon, would be the idea, especially if they've managed to get the Macedonian revolt under control, which they haven't. So there is that. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Andy McGard, Dark Horse, Xenocyte, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.